If you travel from Odessa further into the Black Sea and move below the water with the help of scuba equipment, you'll be impressed. On the sea floor, at depths from 15 to 50 meters, there is a step covered with red algae, Phyllophora. The bushes of Phyllophora are moved on the sea bottom by the current and become thickest in the small gullies between underwater sand dunes. The Phyllophora bushes provide a living space for a wide range of marine inhabitants. It is a totally unique marine ecosystem. There are more than 100 species of invertebrate, including sponges and mollusks, and more than 40 species of fish. Many of them adopt a reddish-violet colour for better camouflage amongst the Phyllophora. Let's look at some of them. This bright beauty of the underwater world is the red mullet. This is one of the most commercially valuable fish of the Black Sea. With its characteristically long whiskers, it stirs up the seafloor looking for its food, small invertebrates. One can see in the red algae ocellated wrasse. This fish can be of several different colours: greyish, brown, green, yellow, and in Phyllophora fields, this fish normally becomes bright red. In the algae and mollusk shells, a tentacled blenny hides. These fish are caring parents, and here the male has made a nest of an empty shell to protect his offspring. Often seahorses clutch onto the algae with their tails. It is interesting that the male, not the female, bears the young. The seahorse can change colour depending on its surroundings in order to be better hidden. Everywhere in the Phyllophora fields, holes can be seen inhabited by the mud shrimp. It tunnels 25 centimetres into the sea floor, and you would be lucky to see it outside of its hole. The hairy crab also follows the red dress code of the fields, although he looks a little strange with his mis-sized claws. One of the strangest creatures often found living amongst the Phyllophora is the grandfather of invertebrates, Ascidiacea, or sea squirts. In the past, these creatures were so frequently found together that you could call their relationship symbiotic. There are two Phyllophora fields in the Black Sea, a large one located at depths of up to 60 meters in the open part of the northwestern shelf called the Phyllophora field of Zernov, named in honor of the famous marine biologist, and also the small Phyllophora field, formed at the shallower depths of 10 to 15 meters in the Kozy-Karkenitsky Bay. How did these fields look in the past, and what is their present state? Due to its value in the production of iodine and agar, the Phyllophora field of Zernov has undergone 70 years of active extraction at a rate of 15 to 20,000 tons per year. In the 1930s, the Phyllophora covered 50 to 70% of the sea floor. There was so much of it that a special plant was built in Odessa to process it. After this, the substance was sent to Dnipro by wagon. In 1996, Phyllophora extraction at Zernov's field stopped because the ecosystem had been almost completely destroyed through overexhaustion. It wasn't only industrial-scale extraction that contributed to the destruction of this valuable ecosystem. Organic materials such as poorly treated wastewater and byproducts of agriculture flow into the sea from the rivers Danube, Dnipro, and others to create the conditions for intensive development of phytoplankton, which blocks sunlight from reaching the seafloor and deoxygenates the water. With improvements to wastewater treatment and a ban on Phyllophora extraction, the habitat has begun to slowly regenerate. The last time the small Phyllophora field was studied in 2012, the density of Phyllophora was 6 kilograms per square meter. Here, there was rich biodiversity, which confirms that the regeneration of the small Phyllophora field is underway. The current situation is unknown, as the area is no longer accessible from Ukraine. The Phyllophora field of Zernov is another story. In 2016 and 17, as part of the EU UNDP-funded project Improving Environmental Monitoring of the Black Sea, a number of underwater field surveys were conducted. They showed that at present, Phyllophora cover is restored only to 5 to 10% coverage in comparison to the 50 to 70% when they were first discovered. The Phyllophora is often covered by filamentous algae, which indicates a high concentration of waste organic matter. Gas extraction projects in the area further hinder restoration of the field. Phyllophora compensates for the lack of sunlight by moving to shallower depths. The original Phyllophora field of Zernov occupied the depths of 30 to 60 meters. Now it has been partially regenerated at the depths of 30 to 40 meters, and its upper reaches are as shallow as 20 meters below the surface. What will be the future of the fields? These corals of the Black Sea? Further tender restoration or disappearance into the darkness? That depends on us.